everyone. So welcome to our Friday afternoon talk show, Coffee and Champagne Office Talk, behind closed door office conversations. I'm Ronnie Bartles. I am a small business and creative entrepreneur, operations and marketing expert, and the chief champagne drinker. And this is Dani Ginn. She is a beauty maven, and hi. Say hi to everybody today. So we're just going to jump right into content real quick. Same format as last week. So let's have our office observation, like real brief. What did you notice this week?
We saw otters outside in the creek swimming around. It was just one though, so it makes me worry where his mate or her mate is. Because they pair up pretty early.
Yeah. So we work in an office, and it's actually, we're in Charleston, South Carolina. It's right on Shim Creek, so our view, one day I'll pick up the camera and show you guys, but we have the most amazing view. And we get to see dolphins and otters and alligators and all kinds of stuff. My observation in the office this week was that the energy was a bit weird, and so it was really cool. We found a new personality test that was based on your energy, on your energetic makeup, called Enneagram. Did I say that right?
Maybe. That's how I say it.
I don't know if I said it right. But it was super cool. And anyway, guys should look it up. Super cool on your personality and energy. Spot on. Whew, it was cool. So let's jump right into our hot topic this week. I think this is a topic for entrepreneurs that have some questions about this. Do you actually need an office? What do you think?
I think yes and no. For those who are driven by having a space to be able to work in and like feel energy from like those around them, then yes, they need an office. I like being around people. But there are some of those who are able to like work by themselves alone and are able to knock out everything they need to knock out. And those might be the 4-hour days that they have, or even the 12-hour days that they have.
Have you worked from home?
Briefly. And it works for me sometimes, and it doesn't work for me sometimes. It's like hit and miss.
Okay.
It's all very variable dependent.
Okay. Well, and also variable dependent on who you're working for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For me as an entrepreneur, so I worked in an office for many years, different jobs. In an office with people. I always worked for a small business, so it was always not, it wasn't like
less than 50 people.
Yeah, it was less than 10 most of the time, 10 or 15. And so then I started my own business, and I worked strictly from home. And at first, I absolutely loved it. I was like, oh my God, I can work in my pajamas. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
As long as I have my laptop.
If I don't have to wake up and put on makeup, woohoo!
No makeup. Pajamas. I worked a lot in my pajamas at first, but then I worked in a lot of workout clothes. Like, I'd at least get dressed.
Yeah.
Into workout clothes.
Like being in a routine, getting things done and accomplished.
Yeah, and most people, when they would see me out and about, they were like, you must have a meeting today because you have clothes on. Happened a lot. And so I worked from home, and then I briefly, I found this sweet deal on an office downtown for almost a year before I finally left. And it was great at first when there were people in the office. But if everybody's like, oh, I got something today, or I'm going to work from home today, then I had no motivation to go there.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily about the office. It was about the people there. And then I went back home, and I worked from home for a long time, and I would travel to clients, so I was in their office quite a bit. And then when I got here, came into this office with people, and by that point, I was to the point where I was like, okay, I need to be back in an office, because for entrepreneurs that are working from home, isolation creeps in. There were days that I'd probably go 3 days without seeing somebody
Anybody but Lucy or Alan.
Anybody but Lucy or Alan, yeah. Easily 3 days without seeing anybody. Which, I'm one of those people, I'm very introverted in that way. So, okay, it's 2 people-y out. I don't want to want to do anything. But I also know that I also enjoy being around people. I just don't enjoy being around a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, when I got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm not seeing like anybody, I probably need to go to an office. And so now, like, being here, the flexibility of being able to work from home sometimes if we need to is nice, because when I first got to this office, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so much done because I don't have the distractions of home, of putting the dishes away or doing the laundry or snuggling with Lucy, or, you know, Ellen comes on at 4. I got to stop working before then. Or Rachel Ray's at noon. I'm going to take a lunch break, but the Chew's right after, so I'm going to take a 2-hour lunch break, you know? So, like,
Yeah.
I was very unproductive. And then I got here and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting so much done. And, like, then I'm here now for 2 years, and now it's kind of like the opposite. I'm like, when I go home and work from home, I get a lot more done because I don't have the distractions of here. So it's kind of like this cycle of spells. So, you know, for an entrepreneur to have an office, I think that, like, you need a place to go to work and
To get, like, out of your normal...
Get out of your routine.
Like, restart.
And, like, get out of your routine. It's like a nice little, like, pep or boost. And to be around other people, because it's really easy to, like, sit behind your laptop. And you might talk to people on social media.
But not
the
face-to-face
same. Not the same. So, you know, it's nice. But, again, like, my big thing is you got to have the income to do it.
That is true.
You know, you've got to set aside, all right, I've got to have cash to do it.
That might be, though, where, like, cohabitating, like,
Co-working
places come in to, like, be able to, like, you don't all pay the same amount. You're paying a fraction of the cost.
Right.
So that could help.
Yeah, co-working spaces are great. They are distracting.
Because I can see that.
Yeah, because you're basically, like, if you're in, you know, if you don't actually, like, get an office space and you're just, like, in a bullpen with a lot of other people, it's just noisy. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you're putting on your headphones to block out the noise. You might as well be at home.
Yeah.
So there's, like, pros and cons either way. The one thing I always loved about co-working spaces is there's always an endless amount of coffee.
That is true. And it's free.
And it's free. And it's normally really good. Like, they put good coffee in those places.
Yeah. That's what you're really paying for.
That's what you're really paying for, is the coffee. I also worked in one place where they stocked the fridge with a lot of beer. That was nice.
Never had that.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, we stocked this place with champagne, so.
That is true. I mean, I didn't have that until now. Because before, I worked in a warehouse that had machinery, so, like, we couldn't have alcoholic on the premise.
Yeah. But.
For safety reasons. And then before that, it was...
We shouldn't either, but...
No one knows.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's, I think that kind of covers that topic. Let's get on to our hot gossip for the week.
Do you have any?
I do. Instagram this week. Big rumor going around. Everybody lost a bunch of followers. Like, a bunch. Some people, like, hundreds of thousands of followers. If they had, like,
a huge following.
A huge following. And so everybody freaked out. And then a marketing company went through and posted something. I don't even know who they are. Can't even say, but posted something about they were doing a sweep of accounts of like so many bugs accounts out there, or bot accounts, that kind of thing. And they swept them. Awesome. I actually agree with that. Like,
it cleans up stuff.
Get rid of them. They're not useful because they're not engaging accounts anyway. So then the very next day I got an email that another article on the same topic. And it wasn't an account sweep. They actually had a bug. Something broke. So, anyway, we will wrap up this episode this week. Again, I'm Ronnie. Hit us up on social media. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this topic. You can find me at Ronnie Bartles, or I am Ronnie on Instagram. And where can I find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Danny again. Sorry, I forgot for a second. Hit me up.
So, all right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.